Well, I guess he is half the size, and he's also keeping up with. He's a fan of Rankas.
She hasn't even had her first concert yet, man. What the hell did that come from? Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of, I was going to say Mushoku Tensei out of nowhere. Macross Frontier, it's probably the M names. Word association is going on in my brain like 100% of the time. What are your thoughts?
Well, last episode was a mostly romantic triangle episode with some piecing setup for whatever's going to happen in this episode. So far, we have the mystery of who the red pilot and the pilot of the red mech is. Their connection
Ranka's brother.
To Ranka. Okay. Also, what Grace has to do with any of this? Apparently, she's the one pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Apparently,
she's an agent of Macross Galaxy.
And also, why do they want? They want specifically Alto and Carol to go to this place. You know, why are they trying to get away? Because this has to do with the Centrati, right?
Well, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
To do with the Centrati. The Centrati are going to be there.
Well, it's their base.
Right. Well, I mean, the 33rd Fleet's going to be there.
Yeah, that's a Centrati fleet.
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying about the base thing. Maybe I missed that, but they said that the planet is uninhabitable, but it has a breathable atmosphere. The fleet's going to be there. I don't remember anything being said about it being their base.
I think they said, well, they mentioned a couple of planets. Gallia 4 has a breathable atmosphere.
Yeah,
Gallia 2 doesn't.
If the concert's at Gallia 4, I thought. So
it's going to have a breathable atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah, but uninhabitable, which I don't understand how you have a breathable atmosphere but be uninhabitable.
We're about to find out, I guess.
I mean, I guess maybe it's a breathable atmosphere, but not dense enough. Well, I mean, that was I often reference it, the Mars trilogy about terraforming Mars. And at one point, they do become a breathable atmosphere, but it's only dense enough in, like, low elevations. And you still have to wear, like, breathing masks.
That's red Mars, green Mars, blue Mars.
I think it's actually red Mars, blue Mars, green Mars.
Oh.
The names tell you what the state of the planet is, and I'm pretty sure that they develop water on the planet before it becomes green. Even though they spread out like moss and shit across the planet during its early phases too. My favorite character in the book, Saxifrage Russell, is like the main terraforming scientist, because they also form factions. Some of the people turn out to be against terraforming Mars. Yeah, no, he has a little thing where he drops these little windmill type devices that the rotation creates heats up a little heat coil, and around the heat coil they have like this moss. So he just drops like thousands of them across the planet. It's one of the early things. He's like shotgunning terraforming methods before they come up with like solar mirrors and everything too. And the nuclear war that happens twice doesn't hurt.
And smashing not asteroids but comets into the surface. That's another way of terraforming. But
well, I mean, they do that too. But they do that to bring water. But there's the whole economic war between the corporations that run Earth and the fact that they're trying to bring that society to Mars, and the people on Mars, the colonists and everything, rebel against the government. And one of the first things that happens is like the bombing of the spaceports, or they actually have a space elevator between one of the moons, or it might have been they drug an asteroid in and did it. Either way, they blow up the connection to the upper part, so you have the cord for the space elevator wrapping around the planet, destroying everything that it falls into, because it's long enough to make like 1.5 rotations around the planet. But they also nuke cities, and the heat from the nukes like melts enough of the like aquifers on the planet to like massive tidal waves of water get released. No, it is an amazing series, full of not just sci-fi, but like fucking economics and whole bunches of shit. Also, genetics and what memory means to you. They kind of make a way to almost become immortal, in that you can keep regenerating the cells of your body through like yearly treatments. But the problem is they don't affect your brain that much, or they do, but your memory is independent of just your cells. So people just kind of start dying mentally without dying physically. Anyway.
Yeah, that reminds me of another series called Ice Henge, where people basically were immortal, and what happened is eventually their minds would be wiped. They would forget who they were, and it was like an entire different personality. So you will have an entire lifetime, and then there's a scene later. It's not a great novel, but there's a scene where there's this guy who used to be the protagonist is now debating himself because he's in basically a new personality. And he's like, no, the diaries of this guy, this is bullshit. He didn't know what he was talking about. And it's literally him, same body. But because he forgot who he was, society just accepts the new personality as a completely new different person. So he's debating against himself. Because essentially they find this sort of like Stonehenge, but in Pluto, right? And people are debating, oh, it's aliens and stuff like that. At the end of the novel, it's kind of dumb, but yeah.
Well, the end of your thing kind of reminds me of Engines of God. We're an alien civilization that is being killed off by this extragalactic cloud that like looks for right angles, because right angles don't exist in nature. To distract it, has built like crazy alien structures all across the galaxy to distract it, and one of them is in our solar system, and it's just like a statue of them on, I think, Pluto as well. Yeah. And it's like there's like footprints that lead away from it, because obviously nothing's fucking messing with Pluto's to mess with footprints on the ground. Like, what the fuck is this? Why is it just out here in the middle of nowhere? But I would also say the Mars trilogy also deals with that concept of being other, only in that Sax gets brain damage essentially during one of the wars, where he gets tortured extensively and then shot in the head, but it doesn't kill him because he gets rescued essentially. But in trying to bring him back or keep him alive and everything, he has brain damage, and there's a big portion of the book where he's just trying to figure himself out, find himself again, because he knows something is missing, but he can't figure it out because obviously he is who he is now.
Yeah.
Favorite character in the book. Yeah, I mean,
we don't have that here apparently, but
our book
still.
minute.
Yeah, book club minute.
Well, I mean, it's the thing, you can do things in books that you can't do even in anime. Because it's hard to also make that transition from a light novel. I don't know if Macross has light novels, but light novel to manga to anime as well.
Yeah, I think it has a few. Anyway, this episode, we're going to visit the Centrati. This is the Centrati episode.
Even though the Centrati are all over the fucking place in Macross Frontier already.
Yeah, but Centrati as a military force, as opposed to just some guys who are farming hippo cows.
Well, I mean, the Centrati are in the military too. Clan, for example.
I'm equating it to that one episode where the female Centrati show up in Macross 7.
Well, remember that Macross 5 was entirely Centrati, implying that their military force would have also been 100% Centrati.
But they were micronized, so that too.
Yeah,
actually, they were captured. They also were captured as well. Kidnapped, which is a K word.
I don't think they were kids.
Kidnapped.
Yeah, I don't think they were kids. Or asleep, for that matter.
Oh, they were frozen. Well, they were in cryonic sleep.
I was frozen today.
And then Basara woke them up, which helped the enemy power themselves up. It's like, because that was the only thing Basara could do. Sing.
Yeah.
He would sing. Just sing.
#1 idol of the galaxy, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not even apparently. He was, according to that show. Was, according to this show. Was, according to the fan poll that we put out there. Was, according to fan polls that Macross itself put out there. So I guess just get on the bandwagon, dude.
Yeah, I'm bandwagonless.
Also ironic considering there was a wagon in Macross 7 that Basara rode. So Basara was on the bandwagon.
From the very beginning.
Well, before the show, because it was a backstory thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, any other thoughts?
Nope.
Well, let's go ahead and hop on into it.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Also, now we're doing cold opens, basically.
Nope, different language. That looks like Krendak. So what the fuck was that? I know it said a different name, but what the fuck is Quamsim doing here? We're doing that thing where we're making everybody look like the old people that we saw before. Looks habitable to me. Considering we also saw Zentradi on the planet, it looks habitable to me. I don't know, maybe they call it uninhabitable so people don't go there. No thoughts about that at all?
I mean, I think you're confusing Gallia 2 with Gallia 4.
No, we literally just
I
saw
think
that was Gallia 4. That's Gallia 4, and that's the conversation that we had, was Gallia 4 was breathable atmosphere, uninhabitable.
Could be uninhabited as opposed to uninhabitable.
I'm not making up the uninhabitable part. They said that.
Well, they were wrong.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. That's the show. The show said uninhabitable. But we have to talk over the opening lessons. You know this.
Yeah.
So give me something to work with here. At best,
we
me
haven't
complaining about not having a conversation is at least filler, but I can't hold that for a minute and a half.
No, I mean, what I'm talking about is okay. What am I talking about here? Shit.
You've got 3 seconds.
Because I think either the show makes a mistake
Nope,
or
opening's
we're
over.
making a mistake. Yeah. 12 fastest delivered.
ランカさんのファーストライブ。
あれもう終わり最近元気ないね、七瀬。
そんなことないけど、ちょっと寂しいかなって。シェリルさんも早乙女くんもずっと
Wow. Here, what's it? Banto box is Ranka decorated.
Oh, I thought you were pointing out one of them was stabbed through the head.
そうだよね。ありがとうルカ君。
そんな僕は。
じゃあ私。
Because I think it was Alto that was stabbed through the head.
ランカさん。
お休みもらえたの。ファーストライブの前にゆっくりしなさいって。ランカさん。苦しいよ、ナナちゃん。
Yeah, of course.
お願い、ナナちゃん。
So she knows what it is.
I guess he never experienced it before.
I don't remember if we ever covered where Alto has been before now. Because he has the desire for a wide open sky, but I mean, I thought that implied he'd been in one before.
Oh, first lieutenant.
感謝します。アルト中尉。第33海兵部隊の隊長、小五隊少佐です。遠路はるばるご苦労様でした。これで連中もおとなしくなることでしょう。
Because nothing has calmed down Centrati that look like this guy, like a concert. And then the fever takes her out.
大丈夫シェリル。
おいおい、どういうことだよこれは。バカにしやがって。やっぱり。
Sorry, he's a giant, so somebody could drown in that spit.
違う、これは。うるせえ。交渉決裂だな。ザウク、ガードレス。
Way to go, Cheryl. You could have just not come.
逃がさねえぜ。お前たちには人質って大事な役目があるんだ。
Also, did the Zentradi get taller?
No.
Do you remember when the Valkyries were supposed to be able to fight hand to hand with these guys?
Yeah, but he's in Garwalk mode. I
Yeah,
guess if
but
he could
even
have
then,
gone.
he's like up to their hips in this thing.
懐かれちゃって。
At best.
それにこの子、私を慰めてくれたの。アルト君にプレゼントを渡しに行って、一人ぼっちだった時に。
When did it turn yellow?
ランカさん。じゃあ、私も共犯です。罰を受ける時は一緒ですよ。ありがとう、ナナちゃん。でも、あんまり見かけない子ですね。うん。生態マップもざっと見てみたんだけど、全然載ってない。
Yeah, it's almost like one of the Vajra laid an egg when it was here or something.
ミシェル先輩
Or it implies that there's a Vajra nest here somewhere.
だからゼントラーディどもは。
閣下、そのような発言は慎まれた方がよろしいかと。
すまん。ガリアフォートのフォールド通信のタイムラグは
中継ポットが設置されているので127分まで短縮されていますが。
So an hour and 20 minutes?
今すぐ駆けつけたとしても、到着は7日後です。
No, he said 127 minutes. That's over 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
失礼します。状況は
暴動を起こしている連中はほぼ全機のクアドランを抑え船をよこせと要求しています。さもなくば
I assume they'd want a ship they could fit into?
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna fit into the quarter.
やばい匂いがしてたってのに短期で行かせた俺のミスさ。
これはおそらく慰問を要求してきた時点からの計画的なものですね。
だが妙に手際が良すぎるな。まるで
まるで
いや
I don't know what the implication would be either. You've already implied that they planned it out.
シェリルが病気で歌えなくてそれが引き金になったなんてどうせ口実だろう。
アルト君。ねえ、ミシェル君、助けに行かないの？アルト君大変なんでしょ？
無理なんだよ。ここからじゃ絶対に間に合わない。
そんな。
Based on what?
私、
On the fold,
No, he
takes
said
too long.
never make it in time. There's no time frame. no
they
like
have
hostage
hostages.
demands or anything. Yeah, there's no demands like in 1 hour we'll start killing hostages. Like there's no demands. You have a completely open time frame to make moves.
すみません。出発の数日前から体調を崩していたんですけど、どうしてもと聞かなくて。
たく無茶しやがって。体調管理もプロの仕事だろうが。
その通りね。返す言葉もないわ。
いいから寝てろ。もう歌ってどうこうなる状況じゃないんだ。
だって私プレゼントあなたに空。
Gonna make a statement here. I'm pretty sure space trumps the sky. Well, because remember his argument is that inside of the Macross frontier, the sky is too limiting. There's a ceiling, as it were.
Yeah.
Space don't have no fucking ceiling. Planet sky does.
Yeah.
銀河は今の半分、いや、10分の1の広さになります。
たく、とんでもないもの開発してるな。お前。
Cool, but what's the percentage failure chance? Is that like 50? Because we should be safe if it's 50. Cool, works on slot machine rules.
ゴルグガドラ。これさえ手に入りゃ。
Guessing nukes?
I'm guessing you're right.
この星にはとんでもないお宝が眠ってるそうだ。船とそいつがありゃ、俺たちは自由さ。マイクロンどもが現れるまで、この宇宙の支配者は俺たち。
Well, I don't know if that's true.
俺たちの栄光を取り戻すんだ。
You're clearly fighting somebody. It's like you get yourself shot in the head, by the way.
俺だ。ああ、あんたか。ここまでは計画通り。何？
I like to think that this episode, its only point is to explain what the fuck Kirindag had over his eye in the original episodes. Reactive bullets. So I guess it's just referring to them as bullets because they're monster ammo.
SMS の機体が援護しろ。発砲を許可する。
おっぱじめやがったか。
やり返せ。
反応弾の搭載は
完了。いつでも行きますぜ。
貴様、最初からそのつもりで。
Did they get a ship already?
歌ってみろよ。俺たちを止められるかもしれないぜ。
So I mean, that ship was already parked there since before they even arrived.
もはや一刻の猶予もありません。艦砲射撃を。オケアノス、ポルトガードラー。
Personally, I think this episode would be better if this guy's second in command was half as tall as he was and red. Okay, Min-Mei. Hey, Sound Force. So I'm pretty sure you could sing from sitting position.
Wow, I guess he is half the size, and he's also keeping up with. He's a fan of Rankas.
She hasn't even had her first concert yet, man. What the hell did that come from? Yeah, see? I can't imagine being so up on pop idols to know people before their first performance.
I mean, sure. I mean, if they release an album, he knows the album.
I don't think she's released an album. She's just been doing like commercial stuff. Remember, she was singing about carrots before for a mall job.
No, they were because she was passing CDs around. That he said, "Oh, we have to do it hand to hand, person to person." So that's what she was doing.
I guess that's just a weird thing because what she was handing out didn't look like CDs. Because they were like little packets of stuff. See, it seems like they really don't like it.
They seem to really like it, though.
No, yeah, things I love, I always say yak about first. Don't worry, man, you'll culture later.
I guess they saved him this time around.
Say, this seems ill-advised. Because the singing is saving the day, so the last thing you should do is, like, get a jet engine in there next to the microphone. Yeah, you were just talking about getting your own culture back.
血を受け継いでいるんです。呪いにも似た役者の血を。
俺たちはそう作られたものだ。そう生きていかずにはいられないんだよ。
何が役者の血だ。そんなもの知るかよ。
So I was weird that she defaults to that one song that has a bunch of words that make no sense. It literally is. Go figure that Macross would have Quamzim clones.
I mean, they're all clones. That's
No, I'm talking about like Char clones. They have Quamzim clones.
Okay.
I guess technically they have Kendak clones as well. So there's Vajra on the planet?
バカかお前。スーツもつけずに生身で戦場に出てくるなんて。だって
あのくらいしなきゃみんな歌を聴いてくれないかなって。
おい、
なんか気が抜けたら足。
なんか
Oh, nervous. I was worried for a second that everyone'd been poisoned.
伝えたかったんだもん。ハッピーバースデー、アルトくん。
Does she always have the snaggle tooth, or is that something I'm just noticing?
It's a moe tooth.
Yeah, but it's a snaggle tooth.
綺麗だね。このままどこまでも飛んでいきたい気分。
ああ、そうだな。帰りはお前に任したぜ、アルト。え？忘れたのか？ランカちゃんのファーストライブは明日だ。でもってあれを使えば。
Sorry, the shot made it look like a collection of trash stuff in space.
しかし、無茶してここまで来たランカちゃんの気持ち、よく考えろよな。そのランカ、ありがとな。
お礼されるようなことしてないよ。私が勝手に来たことだし。
でもおかげで助か
No worries, we'll just leave Cheryl Name behind. It's fine.
このプレゼントだったよ。
I mean, she has her own ship.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
she's
she's just,
free.
you know, like sick in a bed somewhere, but it's fine.
それなら私の唇の日記にはあなたの名前何回読んだか書いてある。
空か。
I mean, maybe what he really wants are clouds. Oh, is this all a thing to bring her here?
どうした？
Crash ship?
これは
Wait, where the fuck are we?
クロス。
How the fuck is the Macross here?
Remember the
Has to be a Macross,
Well,
not the Macross.
Macross? Yeah. Remember that they were a Supervision Army ship. Now, why they're doing it in robot form? That's the weird part.
Are we bringing back the Supervision Army? After so long, are we finally bringing them back? The Supervision Army that fucking traps its ships all the time? That's the one thing we've learned from SDF Macross is don't trust a crashed Supervision Army ship. No matter how much damage is done, they're counting on you apparently to rebuild it so that it can fire on a Centrati ship. By the way, there's Centrati here who didn't mention the fact that they may have fought a Supervision Army force here at some point.
And of course, this ending song is from. It's from Macross. Do You Remember Love?
I never would have recalled that.
Yeah.
I'm trying
It
to
is
put together
literally-
if Grace tricked Renka to be here.
I don't know. I don't.
Because if I believe that Grace is acting against Renka in a lot of things, then why would she allow this to happen?
突如現れた第一世代型マクロス艦。その勇姿が再び目覚めるとき、アルトは星の運命を目撃する。次回メモリー・オブ・グローバル激動の歌銀河の
That fucking name.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a first generation Macross ship, implying that it's not the Macross, but it is not a Supervision Army ship.
Mm. Might have been a ship that was built with the first fleets, and it got here and crashed.
Yes, that was the implication of the first generation Macross ship.
What? I guess it's easier to copy what you already know than to make something new.
I mean, it's not ever implied that it's something that they did, so this would be new information.
Yeah.
Because we know right after that we built the Mega Road. Because we didn't build the first Macross.
No.
We rebuilt it, but I guess technically to rebuild it, we would have known how to build it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Also, EMP thing in the middle of the SDF Macross. Not the S, in the middle of the Macross thing. The fact we named them all Macross is just really, especially if you're, generational. Because you have SDF Macross, you have Battle 7s, or Battle 5s, or whatever you want to call them, per fleet.
Well, it's Battle 7 and City 7 are the Macross.
No, that's
7
why I said Battle 7, Battle 5. You implied it's the different fleet name.
Yeah.
Battles, I guess we'll just call them. But if I just said that apropos of nothing, you'd be like, which battle? I'd be like, 5 or 7. We would have been right back around. So, yeah. And then you have, which apparently are taller than the SDF Macross was. And now you got the quarter, which I have to believe is a quarter of the size. Otherwise, what the fuck? And then we just built more Macrosses.
Build what you know.
I mean, apparently not, because we started building a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, it's a weird implication there. Anyway, this episode was okay. Not great. It was okay.
It was a meh episode. Yeah. Again, it's the how did Lando get his jacket episode.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing it tells me is, oh, Krindak's eye thing was a communication device this whole time. That's it. Otherwise, cool. More Zentradi that need to be sung at. And all it does is set up the end of the episode thing.
Yeah. I mean, I like it overall.
Of course you do. Frontier is your favorite of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
That has to mean it has an overall good to bad quality.
I mean, it could be a bad episode, but this one I don't consider to be a bad episode. I just consider it to be as filler and setup episodes. It's fine. What the thing was at the end that woke up, we don't know though.
I don't know. The implication was that it was underwater, but those could easily have been vines and it was inside the Macross ship. In which case, it's just the Macross ship.
But the Macross ships are not alive, so.
Well, there was no indication that was alive. It was just lights. I mean, it could just be the Macross ship. Like, the power is still on.
Yeah, but does it have an AI or something to drive it? Wake up?
I mean, it's sci-fi, so maybe. Well, I don't know. We've never seen another Macross ship before, so...
I mean, the Macross did fire on enemy ships when it detected it automatically, so I guess it does have automatic systems that...
That's why I indicated before when I said they make traps, but also it's not like the first time we've never seen an AI in this show. Sharon Apple, but also the drones, ghosts, right? So, anything's possible.
Anyway, those are my thoughts, as they are. Not really much to say about this episode.
No, I noticed.
Again, not just a lot of setup. And... well, there sort of seems to be a switchover where Cheryl was the dominant one, and now she's been sidelined, and Ranka is clearly taking over her place, right?
Yeah, no better way to do that than by illness.
And saving the day.
Yeah.
And doing the thing that Cheryl was supposed to do, which she didn't.
Yeah, but again, by illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, then. Well, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?